Then, as if a light bulb went off in her head, she again mentioned her relationship with the owner as if it were going to give me an additional incentive to cut the bill in half. Holding back a grin at this point, I told her no. Just no. I can't change the bill. She whips out her phone and shows me a series of texts with someone called my restaurant's name and then the word owner afterwards, which pretty much I realized what she was doing in the bathroom and just probably changed one of the other Karen Minions' contact name and deleted the previous text to start this new script. I read them and clicked on the contact info and told her that's not the owner's cell phone number. Her reply was,
"He has multiple phones for business. Of course you don't know all of his numbers."
I told her, how about this? If we call him and he says it's okay to take 50% off the bill, then I'll do it. Her reply was yelling and screaming to the point where the few remaining customers all began to look over and I knew, okay, it's time to end this. I told her in a less accommodating voice, cut the crap, little girl. You don't know the owner. You have never been here before, and if you keep yelling, I will call the police. Her demeanor changed and she was trying to defend herself the best she could. My reply to her weak comeback was, my grandparents founded this restaurant. My family has been running this place for generations. I have worked here almost my entire life. I am the one and only owner of this restaurant, and I have never once seen you, heard of you, and I definitely never made a stranger that I don't know and never have met before tonight any promises. The mini Karens were frozen and didn't even know how to react. Queen Bee was in tears. I said, now I gave you the table you wanted, one of these specifically reserved tables for high-end clients, which I didn't charge you for, and I gave you 3 rounds of free drinks. If you do not pay your bill, I will call the cops and hand them your ID. In tears, Karen signed the bill and the mini Karens took out their purses to give her whatever cash they had, which equaled to maybe a couple hundred, with the promise to pay her back more. 2 days later, a man walks into my restaurant fuming and asks one of my bartenders to speak to me. I was in the back office for a bit working, so he waited a good half hour for me. He was Queen Bee's father. She was with him too, keeping her head down. I took them both to my office and showed him highlights of the security cameras, which had especially good quality audio because they were in the VIP section, which we had to keep good records of because we have had other unrelated incidents before. So I showed him most of it, their comments, their orders, everything. When all was said and done, he stormed out with her and was screaming at her the whole time they were walking away. I haven't seen or heard from either of them since, but the original bill I gave them, the one that didn't count the $120 oysters, is framed on my desk. So now that you know everything, was I the jerk?